Hello! With the contest season at the end now for the previous one, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone be able to get 5,000 points of contest to get the maximum amount of reward. But yeah, the new contest gonna open at 17th of June, 11 a.m. JST. So I'm looking forward to that. And with that coming up, let's look at what gonna be our buff in the next contest. You can look at this in game, don't worry, this is not data mine or anything. As you can see, the stat distribute will be more heavily weighted toward visual and dance, and lastly, vocal. This time around, we don't get any free slots, so they require us to use sense, logic, and logic. So on round 1, 10 turn, and at the start of 8 turn, at the start of turn number 8, the stack of your concentration gonna be double, can trigger one time. This gonna make the deck for sense to use in this round heavily rely on concentration more than the good condition and perfect condition. But if you can include everything in, that's gonna be the best we can ask for. For round number 2, 8 turn. This is really short round. When you use active skill card, increase your parameter by 170% of your total amount of impression. Can trigger up to 3 times. Okay, this gonna make try building the idol to use in this slot a little bit complicated because we don't want too many active skill card in here. Otherwise, we're gonna use all of 3 stacks of this before we manage to build as high of the impression as possible. Especially it's the AI who controlling this, not us. So we will see how this will turn out. What is the optimal number of active card we should get for this? We don't know. We will know after like a week after the contest begin maybe. But I assume no more than 2 from the memory because we already have like 2 active cards in the basic pool. Anyway, on round number 3, again 8 turn. Interesting enough, with 8 turn, it's really hard to high roll with the shield stacking because you don't have a long time to build your shield. So we will see how that can affect the idol we use right now like Hero and Ume. But when the turn starts, you're gonna get 4 stack of motivation, trigger up to 2 times. So you're gonna get free 8 stack of motivation from this. This is like a battleground for anyone who use motivation. Like you know, Ume, Shina, Hero, and who else? There only these 3, right? Yeah, this gonna be the brat between these 3 in this slot. And if you are unlucky like me, you're gonna put into grade number 3, which gonna, as you can see here, it's gonna unlock 2 more slots here. That means for people in grade T, you're gonna need 2 sense, 2 impression idol for logic, and 2 motivation idol for logic. For people who at lower grade, you're gonna have more leeway, but as you go higher, basically you have to use every idol available in the end. So let's talk about which card gonna, well, this is just my opinion, which card gonna perform well or gonna be highly sought after in this contest, I think. But before that, let me show you guys this. Okay, these are, as you see, the deck in the contest that we have last time. They're gonna be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 basic cards in sense and in logic. And it's gonna be by half of them will be on concentration, half of them gonna be on good condition. The same with logic, half of them gonna be on motivation, half of them gonna be on impression, which in total your deck will not be go higher than 20. And if you use the same idol like I do here, you're gonna only get 19 or maybe less if your signature card from support is also overlap, right? Alright, so let's look at the card that might be sought after or used quite often in this contest. Let's start with Sense. This is the most important one because it's gonna increase your concentration and your good condition, right? This is the most sought after card if you have in your deck. I think it's gonna guarantee your deck to be quite consistent. And I don't know about this, but I'm pretty sure the slot you can get for SSR skill card is 1 per memory. I never saw anyone have 2 SSR card in 1 memory. So 3, I gonna give you 3 card that gonna be highly valuable in the contest. The first one is this card. If you can use call and response after 8 turn, which they're gonna double the number of concentration, that's gonna be really high number of parameters you will get. And the other 2 is National Idol, which gonna like double tap card, right? Gonna let you use your next card twice. And I don't know the name of this one. The Wing, maybe? As you know, perfect condition is still highly valuable in terms of parameter generation. And it's gonna give you 1 free card use too, so that's nice, right? And I don't think concentration gonna be a problem for you, so 3 of them not gonna hurt you too much. So yeah, these 3 are what you should have. Well, these 2 you can choose, but this is what the most important gonna be in your deck. Other than that, for SR card, you can go for the step to increase your stack of concentration, the grass shoes for another double trigger, and this gonna be hard if you want to use the fan sign and the star. These 2 need to be together, otherwise you're gonna run out of 1 buff quite fast, and that will be quite detrimental to your overall parameter, I believe. Also, if you have the leeway of choosing between this and this, these 2 are the cards that stack concentration. I would recommend go for the toggle because it's 1 time use, so after you use this one, it's gonna be gone and your deck gonna be smaller, allow you to draw the combo easier, right? And for the rare card, I believe anything that increase concentration gonna be fine, especially if it's an active card. And this one gonna be okay too, 23 parameter and double the concentration used. So yeah, this gonna be quite good. It's the same with the shoe. Yeah, it's almost the same because the shoe do is twice, so it's considered using concentrations twice too. Yeah, that is all for you for Sense. Next is for Logic. Let's talk about Logic with Impression first. Yeah, of course, the most valuable card is this one. This gonna let you act extra turn, right? This is really valuable. The most valuable one you can get. For SSR, less than that, you can go for either 200% or more stack, but I believe this one gonna be more important for your overall parameter because it convert the stack of impression into your parameter. So these 2 are what you need. Well, I'm not talking about these 2 because it's high level. I don't even reach 42 yet. But these 2, if you can get this card, this is the most top tier you can get because it increase your impression by 3 every time you increase your impression by 3 or more. Okay, that is really strong, but it's, as you can see, 45. no way gonna get that in the upcoming contest. So yeah, go for I think Watashika Star. I think this is the name, and 200% energy. These two are most important for SSR. For SR, arguably, of course, the faster you build your stack, the better you're gonna be, right? So this card will make your deck consistent together with this one, because we only have 8 turns, so I don't think we need to worry much about the stamina consumption, right? 5, 5, that 10. Usually your deck for Impression Idol gonna be around 36, 38 stamina, and you already have 8 turns, so using these two won't reduce too much. And sadly, you ideally don't want this card or this card. Well, you can have this one, but you want to use your attack card or active cards sparingly. Either you go for this to 250% or the crapping hand for 200%. Other than that, it just keeps stacking the impression, right? So this. Sadly for R, we don't have many good options here. So this is nice, but if you use this one, you can't use the one that increase motivation, because you're gonna use this at the starter, right? And that is for impression. I'm not sure if there are gonna be people who are using the motivation idol for the impression buff. We will see, because at lower rank maybe it might work, who knows. And while you're talking about that, let's look for the motivation one. Of course, for motivation, if you're able to active the star, it's nice, you get 1 extra turn. But if not, this one is really valuable, right? It's gonna increase your shield by 10 twice. So together with the motivation stack, that can be quite high. So that 3 SSR card you but really highly valuable for motivation deck, right? The star, this one, and this one. These 3 gonna be your main to look after if you want SSR card in your deck. Yeah, we still need this one. We still want this one for PvP. I think all of the cards that can appear on your first turn gonna be the stable for every PvP you can do. And because this have 5 stack of impression, that means it allows you to use both of these cards on that turn if you can draw it fast enough, but you should be able to. It's only 20 size deck after all. After this one, I would go for either of these two. I won't use the other one that increased. Yeah, this one, I won't use this one at all, because this can repeat and it's gonna mess up our drawing chance to get active card. So I can prefer these two, and it gives enough stack of motivation and shield. So the total amount of shield you get at the end should be at least 100 plus. Also, I forgot to talk about this card. While this does nothing for your parameter, this will help you draw the right card. Well, will help your AI do that. I don't know if AI gonna weighting this card highly or not. But yeah, it might give you a chance to do something. Other than that, for SR, yeah, one of the male might be nice, but hard side is a must, right? Hard side is a must. These two feel like really strong, because this time around the buff doesn't give us any way to turn the shield into parameter, so you need to do that by yourself by using these active cards. Also with the drill, yeah, these are the 3 active cards you might need, right? A drill, a mail, and hard side. And if your level is high enough, maybe, where is it? This one, 44. 220%, but after you discard your shield gonna reach 0. So ideally this should be used on last turn only. Other than that, just use anything that gives you shield. This step is nice. This is nice. I would prefer if the card is one-time use for motivation. And you know, I prefer to have more chance to draw the card that's gonna put your shield into parameter. Like 2 stack of D, 2 stack of the mail, maybe just 1 or 2 of hard side. 2 of these, that sounds nice. Because you already have like 8 free motivation from the buff. So you don't need more than 20 to stack high enough shield to turn this into parameter. And you only have 8 turns. How much do you want to stack if you already have 8 turns, right? Well, so we will see about that. And I think that is everything we want to talk about for card. So let's go back to the idol that can be used. Okay, they don't roll out the grade 3 yet, so we're gonna discuss who you should use for each slot. Well, luckily for Sense, you can use anyone. As long as you build them to focus more on concentration than the motivation, you're gonna be fine. And for impression, we have 3 idols you can choose. Lilia, Kosone, and Ivy Temari. We don't care about the stat distribution, even as you can see, even though I use Temari, right, which heavily stat toward vocal and dance and have so little visual, the percentage scaling is looking fine, is really consistent, 16 or 1500 across the board, compared to if you focus more on, let's say, Lilia, you're gonna lose a lot of potential stat in vocal turn, or Kotone in the same, right? You lost some stat in vocal turn, but you're gonna gain more on visual turn. So use whoever you have, it will be fine. And for motivation, we also have 3 options: Sheena, Hero, and Ume. For these 3, you can basically focus your stat to bonus on the visual more, because on the last turn it's gonna guarantee visual. And if that happens for motivation, you're only gonna cash in your parameter at the later turn, so you have more opportunity to go for visual scaling, right? Like this one, 100%. And I don't think they're gonna do anything via on the vocal turn. I hope so. It depends on the AI, not us, right? And that is every idol you can use for each. Let me remove this. Oh, that's auto. I don't want that. Oh, well, I can do it later. Anyway, that is everything we want to discuss. I want to discuss about in the upcoming contest. So, if you have any question or do you have any strat, leave it in the comment down below. Looking forward to the next one. Because for me, contest is the only motivation to produce more idol right now. I already get bond 10 for everyone. I still try to get S rank for most idol, but the one thing that I really looking forward to is building idol to fit into the slot for contest. That is like something to be innovative about, right? Anyway, good luck with your contest. I hope you can get 5,000 points for the maximum reward, and maybe join me on the grade 3. We're gonna suffer together, right? For now, I hope you have a good time playing video game. See you next time. Bye bye.